Glory to Jesus Christ. Today is Saturday, March 19th, and because it's Saturday, I think we did this last week as well. We'll include a psalm that's connected with Vespers. So our psalm that we'll be doing today is Psalm 92. And we hear it at Vespers on Saturdays as the Prokimenon, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a sec. We also hear it during the verses for the Apostica during the Vesper service as well, and for all Vespers actually, except during Lent. We hear some of these verses from Psalm 92. So let's read Psalm 92. And again, it should sound familiar to us if we've been at Vespers during our life. And the title of Psalm 92 is For the Day Before the Sabbath, When the Earth Was Settled, the Praise of an Ode of David. And that gives us a real clue into the psalm. The Lord reigns, he clothed himself with majesty. The Lord clothed and girded himself with power. And he established the world which shall not be moved. Your throne is prepared from of old. You are from everlasting. The rivers, O Lord, the rivers lift up their voices. Because of the voices, their many waters. Marvelous are the billows of the sea. Wondrous is the Lord on high. Your testimonies are very much believed. Holiness is proper to your house, O Lord, unto length of days. So the title of the psalm, again, gives us a good clue into what it's about for the day before the Sabbath when the earth was settled. And in our study Bible, it says Psalm 92 concerns the day before the Sabbath when the earth was settled. The Sabbath is Saturday, the seventh day of creation. The day before this is Friday, the sixth day of creation. On this sixth day, the Holy Trinity created numerous living creatures, but especially man himself when the earth was settled. God created man in his image and likeness, but man fell away from God, and Psalm 92 is about the renewal of this image and likeness. And so I mentioned that Psalm 92, we hear it, the Lord is king, he is robed in majesty, the Lord is the Lord reigns, he has clothed himself with majesty. We hear different translations of that, but again, we hear that at Vespers on Saturday night as the Prokimenon. And just a little vocabulary for us, a Prokimenon is usually verses from the Psalms that introduce readings during the services. So we have a Prokimenon before the epistle reading at a liturgy, if at Vespers we have Old Testament readings, there's a Prokimenon that precedes that, it literally means that which precedes, that which comes before, a Prokimenon. So again, something that we're familiar with in the services of the church. I'll also read to you, to pick up on that theme about the sixth day, from the blessed Augustine of Hippo, that talks about this. And so listen carefully. Remembering then what God did through all those days when he made and ordained all things, from the first up to the sixth day, for the seventh he sanctified, because he rested on that day after all the works which he made very good. We find that he created on the sixth day all animals on the earth. Lastly, he on that very day created man in his own image and likeness. For these days were not without reason ordained in such order, but ages accordingly also were to run in a like course before we rest in God. But then we rest if we do good works. As therefore God made man in his own image on the sixth day, so we find that our Lord Jesus Christ came into the sixth age, that man might be formed anew after the image of God. For the first period, as the first day, was from Adam until Noah, the second as the second day, from Noah unto Abraham, the third as the third day, from Abraham unto David, the fourth as the fourth day, from David unto the removal to Babylon, the fifth period as the fifth day, from the removal to Babylon unto the preaching of John. The sixth day begins the preaching of John, and lasts to the end. And after the end of the sixth day, then we reach our rest. This psalm again points to excuse me, being the day before the Sabbath, before the rest. The Lord reigns. He has clothed himself with majesty. The Lord clothed and girded himself with power, and he established the world which shall not be moved. Uh, Another just something that we take for granted on a daily basis. We forget that God created all, including us. And another great reminder that we're created in his image and likeness. A good thing to consider as we're still in the shadow now of the Sunday of Orthodoxy, that we indeed are icons of Christ as well. So pay attention this evening at Vespers and hear verses from Psalm 92. Glory to Jesus Christ.